All right, to get started, we're going to use this one here. We're going to have a clear builder in a bottle, 2-in-1 base coat, extreme shine top coat, and we're going to use this lovely color here because it's spring. This is one of my favorite brands because it's very thick, so it also just helps reinforce the nail. So also going to need something to clean the nail off with, which is usually acetone or a soak off or nail polish remover. Any of those work. We're going to use the 120, 180 and the Buffer 100, 180. Anyways, where did I leave off? So, and you're going to need some type of cotton swab to clean it off with. I like these because they're lint free. Or you can use these, but sometimes these leave lint on the nail. So try not to use this side. If you have to use these, you can use this side. But I believe you can find these at Sally's. I bought these on thegelbottle.com. All right, anyways, so to begin, the nail's gonna look, your nail should look like this, but we want to make it look like this. So how we're gonna start with that is we're gonna take our buffer, the 100, 180, and you want to just, not too hard, because we're just getting rid of the shine, prepping the nail. Okay, so it should feel like that, like it's got texture to it, and it should no longer be shiny. Okay, if you have, it's time to do mine again, but right here along where your cuticle meets your nail, there's sometimes a clearish skin that goes towards it. This would actually remove it as you're buffing it down to look like this. All right, let's get started. Just a little tip before we get started, actually. If when you put your nail into the light, it starts to burn, you just quickly pull it out, blow on it, and put it back in, and it should stop burning. It's just it curing to your finger, like sealing to your nail. Also, we want to try to stay away from the skin. So you want to get as close to your cuticles as possible, but you want to stay off of them. A good, like, millimeter away. Like, let me see if I have a good example. So, obviously a little bit closer than this, but not by much. So about halfway from where that is to your cuticle. Okay, all right. So anyways, this is our 2-in-1 base coat by the Gel Bottle. You want to shake your bottles, of course, before you use them. It's just an old, what do you call it? Anyways, let's go on. So, like I said, you want to start at the bottom, kind of push towards where you want to go and pull back. And it's a little nice thing to help you keep from getting it on your actual skin. I wish I had an actual nail, like a person's hand, because it's easier to show you what happens, because it still happens when I do it. Anyways, put your little thin coat on. The base coat only needs 30 seconds. All right, so once your 30 seconds is over, you just take it out, and then we're gonna start with the builder. This stuff is very thick, so try to see how much is coming off on there. So we don't need that much, so just kind of tape off a little bit. We're going to, I wish this was even shorter, maybe I should have cut it, but anyways, kind of just get it all into like a ball right here. And once you have it, then you take the brush and you push towards as far as you want to go and pull back. Once again, you just keep doing that. Once you have the base of the nail done, go ahead and pull it out the rest of the way. I'm going to go ahead and finish painting the rest of this nail. Now, you want to do only 1 to 2 nails at a time, because if I was to leave this like this, it's going to droop to this side. If I leave it flat like this, it's going to droop to each side. So you want to cure each one as soon as possible. And these should go for 45 to 60 seconds each time. And also you can check it like so. Like look at it before you cure it. I need to redo that one. But anyways, as you can tell, you just look at each one before you cure it, and you can see how thick it is. And everyone likes their thickness to be a little bit different. So, and of course you'll be able to see how round it is before you put it in there, because it will, well, you'll be able to see when it's trial and error. Everything's trial and error. But if it's too thin, go ahead and cure it, because you can do a second coat. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to be okay with this thickness here. And we're going to clean it off. So this is where you take your cotton swab. I'm going to fold this in half. Get it wet. And we're only cleaning it off. So just a few wipes gets that sticky film off. That's it. Okay. So now this is when where'd I do? There it is. There's my file. So here's my 120, 180. And this is when I would be taking each nail. I won't do this after every single nail. So you do an entire hand, and then you clean it, and then you're going to go to each one, and you're going to take this, and you're going to push up against each side, pulling your skin away from the nail bed. Let's see. Like so. Kind of hard to do this, but like so, just pulling it away to make sure, because sometimes you'll see there'll be like a clear film of that builder sticking out once you do that. And when that happens, that's when you just kind of, with the 120 side, which is the softest, each side is a little grittier than the other. With the side that actually has the label on it, that's when you're going to go like this. And you're going to file it until it's gone. And then you can file this way to kind of give it a rounded shape, because you don't want it to be like square, bulky right there. You want it a nice, smooth roundness. Okay. This is also the time you want to shape your nail. So if you want it round, you do a nice, do the tip first, square it. If that's what you want, there's you can Google other shapes on how to do them. And then the sides. And if you want it not sharp right here, you just simply lay it against this and go back and forth until it's the softness that you want. Okay. Alrighty. And then we have to prep it. Once you have your shape, your thickness that you want, and everything's done with that, then you're going to buff it out again with your 180 side, which is the side that does not have a label on it. So we're going to redo that again. This is us getting it all set up, ready for the color. Also at this time too is when you want to take the soft side and come up the edge right there. I don't know why my video froze there for a second, but you're getting it, because underneath here, after you're done doing all that filing, it will build up here. So when you go like this outwards, it'll help dislodge it so you don't have people or yourself picking at it later. Anyways, just a little trick you don't have to do. Anyways, I'm gonna finish making it no longer shiny. Let's see. Okay, and then we want it soft. So after you're done doing that, you've buffed all of them out. You got the shape you want, and it's not on any of the skin, and you're all set for your color. You go wash your hand. I suggest like the nail brush you can get from Walmart or Sally's, and just make sure you're cleaning underneath your nail and just really scrubbing any loose debris from the nail. Okay, and then we're gonna be ready for your color. We're gonna be using that 2-in-1 base a lot because you can use this with any brand of color. You don't have to, but I do. But we're ready for that now. Once again, I'm shaking the bottle. And I don't have to tell you how to color, but how to paint. But I like to start at the base. Just get it right close to that cuticle, but not too close. And then once you're done with that base, it's easier just to kind of pull out. And then you want to try to seal those edges if the nail's long enough. If not, what I mean by seal the edges is run it along the edge, the tip right there. And what I mean by that is the reason why, if not, because the polish will find its way to peel off and chip easily if you don't. So we're going to wait for 30 seconds for that to cure. All right, so you don't have to continue the coloring part if you know how to paint nails, but at least tune back in whenever we get to that Extreme Shine top coat, because it can be a little bit of a pain too. But these are all really good products to use. So once again, I like to get a good amount down here, and then I'll just go to the top and pull back. So let's coat one. And then, of course, you cure the tips, the edges, okay? And then 30 seconds. All right, so we're going to pull this out. We're going to do our second coat. I really don't like using these models, but at least it's a way of displaying the colors I have. 30 seconds again. All right, the 30 seconds is over, and then we're gonna finish it. Now, certain colors are really thin and see-through, so if you feel like you want to do a third or fourth coat, that's fine. It's not gonna make a difference. But now we're ready for that Extreme Shine top coat. Now this is another one you got to be really careful with. It can pull. That I like to say pull because when you're putting it on, it can pull on the sides. So when you're doing these, if you want to do two nails like we're doing the builder, that's perfectly fine. Sometimes I feel the need to do that depending on how thick I have to put it on. Certain colors, like these dark ones, it'll leave streaks in it, so you have to kind of put a thicker layer on. But it is beautiful once it's done. So just watch the thickness on this stuff, because it will be a pain in the butt. So quickly, this is not something you want to take your time on with this. But if it's a dark color and you see streaks in it, those streaks are going to stay. So you can try to leave it for a second and see if it kind of works itself out, because sometimes it does. See how shiny it makes it? And then I like to do 45 seconds on that Extreme Shine top coat. Because if not, it'll leave it slightly tacky. But that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. And I will review this video too. Make sure it's, if I'm not missing anything. Okay, thank you.